Hi, in this episode I will explain the basics of structs. But what is struct or structure? It has multiple purposes. Golang is not a traditional object-oriented language. It's different, but we still can do similar things like you would do in an OOP language. But struct will be one of the basic building blocks for this. We will combine them with functions. We will look at interfaces. And we will be able to do almost everything what an object-oriented language can do. But struct is also good for grouping your variables. In this episode, we will look at how we can group variables together with structs. And the following episodes, we will move on to the more advanced subject and usage of structs. Let's see it with an example. I've created an initial application and define a struct. Let's imagine the scenario that we have a user. So we call our struct user. We always start with type keyword. Then we say the name of the struct, which is user. And we say just struct. And that's it. We can define a struct like a variable. For example, let's say var user, let's say user, and let's print this out. Print user fmt print line u. Run this code. Go run. And it prints an empty brackets. That's currently it's empty. Let's continue and give some properties. Let's say the user have a name, and that's a string. Go run. Nothing happened. Try to assign a name to the user struct. Uname equals John Doe. Let's run it. And you can see that's John Doe. I can display this way u.name as well. It's going to pick the name property from the struct. We'll say John Doe. User should have like an age, which is an integer, just an example. Let's try to display the user age. And it says 0 ages. The same applies what we just seen in the previous episode. The default value was assigned. So age equals 33. If I run it, John Doe, 33 years old. Let's try how we can define the struct in a different way. Remembering from the previous episode, I can see colon equals. But if it's a struct, I need to put these brackets, opening and closing brackets. And if I run, delete this, I have John Doe and 33 years. If I delete this, just display the 0, and I don't have the name. So these are the default values. If I use this structure, I can also initiate the variables within the struct. So I can say name colon John, and I can say age colon 55. It's important in Golang because we don't use semicolons, and if I'm breaking the lines, then always have to use a comma at the end. Run this. And John is 55 years old. But we can go even deeper and further, and we can do nested structs as well. So let's create another struct at the top, call it address. And the address should have different properties, like line 1, which is a string, and a postcode, which is a string. Let's make it look better. And my struct can contain another struct. Let's see, address. If I display it, it's the same. Let's try to display the address as well. And say address dot line 1 and say address dot postcode. Try to run this. As you can see, just 2 blank lines because the default value is an empty string. So if I go here and say address and line 1 Bank Road and postcode it doesn't matter, whatever, and I need to use the address here as well and run it. I have a nested struct. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel and you can press the bell icon so you're going to get a notification, and don't forget you can ask questions as well in the comments below. See you in the next episode.